Hello, hello, hello. How did you like that new introduction? Here we are live at 5 every Wednesday, every week. This is Queen Mother Speaks. And I am your host, Ella Dashanaba King, also known as Queen Mother. I am very happy to be with you. Welcome to Wonderful Wednesday. Welcome to you and you and you. Also, we'd like to say welcome to Queen Mother Speaks Anniversary Month. That's right. July is our anniversary month. And during the month of July, we will have some treats for you every week of the 4 weeks in the month of July. Our co-host Nana Afua Adezawa will not be in the house today, but she sends her greetings. We enter a new season today, season 8, and we've chosen as a theme, if not you, who? And if not now, when? The time is now. You see, this famous quote is meant to inspire like me and you to take action, now and not to wait for somebody else for you to step up. The time is now. But you where you take what steps can you actually take to make it happen? Well, that's the message. That's it. That's what you should do. That's what you should do. Do something about it. Rise up, rise up, ye mighty nation of men and women. Go ahead, hit that like, share, and comment button and invite your friends and family to come into Queen Mother Speaks. I like to give shout outs to our viewing audience. Hello to Abimbola. Abimbola, please give Queen Mother a call. I'm wanting to speak and talk to you. Hello to Lady Mo, Ursula Anderson, Michelle, Ernestine, Tina, all High Priestess Seisha. Who else is there? Carmen. All of these are from Atlanta. Thank you for tuning into the Queen Mother Speak Show. Just to cut out, and maybe they'll get to come back in before the show is over today. We certainly hope that they do. We certainly hope that they do get to come back in before the show is over today. We certainly hope that they do. We certainly hope that they do get to come back in. But nevertheless, we're going to continue. When they do show up, we'll introduce them. Okay, right over to you. All right. If this is your first time tuning in to Queen Mother Speaks, I want to say to you, thank you, thank you, and thank you very much. Because I realize that there's a lot of things that you could be doing with your time. But if you chose to be with us today, that makes us feel so very special. Okay, we do have men and women and youth who have very unique, innovative projects, and they do transformative works. Plus, we do special shows like we have today, which is for the Queen Mother Speaks anniversary. I would like for you to go to our page, tell us who you are, okay? Give us your name or where you're from. Give us a shout out in the chat room. Queen Mother would like that very much, okay? And tell us who do you want to see on the show, and we can invite them to be on the show. What you have to do is simply you can click on facebook.com/Queen Mother Speaks. Once again, Facebook, you can queenmotherspeaks@gmail.com. Queenmotherspeaks@gmail.com. Give us the names of those persons and contact that you want to see on the show. We're very pleased for the guests who we are expecting to be in the house. As I've said earlier, they were here and they've gone out. Hopefully, they'll come back in. I like to say happy birthday to the July born. Oh, yeah, we're in a new month. From the west coast of USA, I want to give a shout out to the early risers. And the early risers are those people who get up like at 7 a.m. in the morning so that they can watch the Queen Mother Speak show. Thank you for that. Thank you for tuning in. I want to say hello to Red, Antisa, Kwashi. Who else is there? I see Tashmia, Nyla from Los Angeles, and San Francisco, California. I want to say happy birthday to Tasha, my big sister Tasha. She's celebrating her birthday tomorrow on July 7th. So I take this moment in Queen Mother Speaks to say to you, my sister, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Queen Mother, so love you. Queen Mother, so love you. And I look forward to being in your presence once again. All right, we want to ask each of you, as you have been doing, continue to wash your hands and stay safe. Be alert. Be alert. Out there, so to stay alert. Okay, thank you again for tuning into Queen Mother Speaks. It's a safe space, a very safe space for inspiration and expression. We want to acknowledge last week's guest. We had Baba, the great storyteller and artist. Thank you, Baba. We want to thank Baba is also known as Alimu Njau with the Payapa Arts Center here in Nairobi, Kenya. Also to his lovely wife, Filda, to Mr. Dick Kovar, who's a fabulous singer, actor, and he is quite a personality. We look forward to having Dick back on the show. Thank you, Dick. I'd like to say hello to the King sisters, that eclectic Lady Mo, and Mia, who I like to call Quiet Fire. Yes. Oh, she's got a lot of fire in her, but she does it in a very quiet and beautiful way. Thank you, Monifa and Tashmia. And also to the Art of Living Institute facilitator, the soft spoken Deepali, who was here last week to walk us through our breathing exercise. Thank you again for being on the Queen Mother Speak show. Call for Women's Voices. You can catch them live every Thursday. I'll go to, excuse me, go to facebook.com/bonga.abonga. And what I'm going to do is to change that name right now. I want to change this name to where we are right now. We are in Queen Mother Speaks. And I am the host of this show. Just give me a chance to type my name. Okay, it says I can save it. There you go. There you go. Queen Mother Speak, host of the show. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what Queen Mother Speak is. Who remembers what Queen Mother Speaks is? Well, it's a community platform on issues that matter. Okay. We do commentary and insights to raise your awareness, to inform you, to inspire you, to ignite you. We want to also give you insights on expatriating to Africa. We also began to talk about having newsworthy events on the Queen Mother Speak show. We get wisdom from the elders and witty dialogue with our guests. Plus, we give you a boutique of quotes and what I call winspirational verse. Okay? Thank you again for tuning in. I'm going to continue just as we are. From the Art of Living Institute, we had an online breathing session. This was like in the first year. And from there, we've decided to include and incorporate a breathing session into the Queen Mother Speak show. So we are now at our meditation moment. How does it work? Well, we breathe in slowly through the nose to the count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we hold it to the count of 8. And then we exhale again through the nose very slowly to the count of 12. So you breathe in 8, you hold 8, and then you exhale to the count of 12. Okay, and then we'll do our reflective reading. Okay, so we're going to get this breathing exercise going. Let's start the breathing. Okay? Breathe in. Release. Okay, very well. I'm going to invite you to do it with me. We're going to do two more breathings, two more breaths. Okay? Are we ready? Here we go. Mm. We got one more to go. Let's take it in. Mm. Okay, thank you very much for that. Anytime you find yourself being upset about something, and stuff do come along to upset us, you can always breathe to calm yourself. It's a very natural way of dealing with yourself. You don't need any medicine, you don't need any doctor. All you need is you and your breath to calm yourself when things are going on, because in our lives, things do go on. Okay, I thank you for sharing the breath of life with me. In this moment, we're going to go to our reflective reading, and I'm going to repeat the topic, and I want you to listen with your heart. Topic: I breathe the bounty of creation in and out. I breathe the bounty of creation in and out. I breathe the bounty of creation in and out. The breath causes manifestations of life. Each breath flows from and to you through the infinite source of life. God is the infinite source of life. God is both creator and creation. It's unlimited. It's unwavering, unfailing, and ceaseless. God needs each of us of its creations. We are God's creations. And, and God needs each of us to reveal the ever flowing. Breathe into the dwelling presence to listen, to be directed, and to be guided to manifest the bounty of God. Your frequency and your vibration and your energy increase as you meditate. I am the bountiful breath of creation. My frequency and vibration are heightened. I manifest beautiful creations. I receive the bounty of creation. Thank you. Understanding in me, as me, around me, through the Christ within. And so it is. Our scripture for today is, for we are his creation, Ephesians 2:10. That is from Daily Thoughts from the Hill, created by Hillside Chapel and International Truth Center, USA, Atlanta, Georgia. Our guests have not arrived in the studio, so we're going to keep going. You know, one of the things that I learned that and I also learned how to be with you. So when something doesn't happen the way it is, it's okay. We learn how to go with the flow. And we call that wisdom that we receive from spirit. I remember when I first started the show, Queen Mother Speaks, how I would be so upset when the technology would mess up because I didn't know what to do. I had no idea of what to do, and I would be so upset about it and felt bad because I felt like I had disappointed you, my audience, when things go haywire. 2 years down the road, I don't get upset anymore. I just go with the flow. And then I reach within to see what is there for me to say to you today. We do expect that our guests will come into the studio, but until that time, we're going to continue with the show and continue to enjoy this second anniversary for Queen Mother Speaks. And for those of you who may not know, let me tell you how we really got started. So I had been in the States in 2019. I'd also gone to the islands to visit my sister, our brother-in-law, the late, great John James Willikers Jr. from Curacao, Netherlands, Antilles, made his final flight. He made his journey to what my husband would say, his final ancestral destination. And so he made his transition. So I was in the islands for his funeral. That was in December 2019. And right as we moved into the 2020 year, I spent a little time in the States and I made it back to Kenya somewhere in the month of March. And then after we got back and we were here, so much was going on in the United States. There were the George Floyd killings. There were people that the police was breaking in on into a house, saying that the house was a drug house and just going in and shooting up people. In fact, they even shot up some of their very, very own people. Yeah, they did. And so I started getting calls, people saying to me, well, wait a minute, Queen Mother, maybe we need to come to Africa because it's a mess over here in these Americas. Maybe we need to come to Africa. How can we come, Queen Mother, and be with you? And they said, tell us how to do that. And I said, okay, I will. And when I sat down and began to write about expatriating to Africa, after a day or two of writing, I had come up with about 10 different topics. And I was going to go into a Zoom room and present this information. Then all of a sudden, I got the big idea there. Well, wait a minute, Queen Mother, you've done all this work. Why don't you go ahead and start your vlog? Why don't you go ahead and start your online show? Because you've been talking about doing it. The time is now. Okay, so that's what I did. I jumped in the water and I went ahead and I started this Queen Mother Speak Show. Now, there's a thing called he who fails to plan, or she who fails to plan plans to fail. But I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that there is a difference between jumping in the water and planning. Planning is what man does. Jumping in the water is an act of faith. Trust me, jumping in the water is definitely an act of faith. And so I jumped in the water and started the Queen Mother Speak Show. And so here we are, 2 years later with the Queen Mother Speak Show. The 2 years for me, I will say, has been quite a journey. I've learned a lot about patience. I've learned a lot about waiting on the Lord. I've learned a lot about allowing people to be, not necessarily the way I want them to be, but just allowing them to be. Okay. We've had some spectacular guests on the show from year one, even up to this point. We've had spectacular guests on the show, and we've loved every moment of it. And every year we take on a project. So last year for Queen Mother Speaks, we were with the disability community, whereby we provided clothing and we provided food. And they came out in numbers. And we served them with food and we served them with the clothing that we had. And they loved it and enjoyed it very much. That was our project for last year, along with the Kenya's Blood Ambassador, Ambassador Aisha, to get people to donate blood, because in the blood bank, if there's no blood in the bank, if people get sick or need blood, what can you do? You can't do anything without blood. So we partner with the Kenya's Blood Ambassador to provide information to you about places to go to for you to begin to give them your blood. Yeah, because we do need blood in the blood bank. So that's what we did on last year. Well, on this year, we're planning to do something a little different, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. But before we go there, I just want to take a moment more and just share and have some conversation with you. You know, sometimes when things happen for a reason. Whatever the reasons may be, you may or may not know them. It doesn't matter. But we did premiere this show during the early 2020 pandemic, and we did it in outcry to our brothers and sisters who were looking for alternative places to relocate, and they were looking at Africa as a possibility. In fact, as the U.S. again confronted its history of racism, and outrage came about. It did over the George Floyd. Huge outcry came from the people over the police killings and the lynchings, and many Americans was trying to figure out how to get out of Africa. I mean, how to get out of America, and some was looking at a place called Africa. So we started out the Queen Mother Speaks show with a thing that we called Queen Mother Speaks: Living Abroad in Africa Through Expat African Eyes. And I began to share various aspects of what it's like living abroad. And we're going to replay some of those videos for you during the anniversary month. Okay, we're going to replay some of those videos from you from the very beginning. Um, yes. So now our co-host Nana again is not here this evening, but I just want to give a shout out to Nana, who I've known for a very long time, and I thank her. She is my friend. She is my confidante. She's my prayer warrior partner. She's my girlfriend when we want to go do some girlfriend stuff, which we do that also sometime. Okay. And I just want to thank her for joining the Queen Mother Speaks show as our co host. I also want to take out time in this moment to also thank the Sankofa elders. That's Dr. Willie Butler and Professor Al Gaskins. These gentlemen are scholars par excellence, and they decided to come together under the banner of the Sankofa elders, and they bring us a pan-African view of what's going on in the world. They take different topics that they talk about, okay, with the Sankofa elders. All right, so they've been with us now for over a year. I want to thank both of them. As the regular viewing audience may know, Dr. Butler fell ill a little bit this year, but the last report I got from him, which was this morning, he said he's doing so much better. And he asked me to give you his regards, and he says he shall return to the Sankofa elders. So we look forward to the day that Dr. Butler will come back to join us with the Sankofa elders. The Sankofa elders is a segment on the Queen Mother Speaks show, and they're on 4 to 5 times during a season, and a season is about 13 weeks. I also want to take time to acknowledge Miss Elizabeth Myers. I met her through the Democrats Abroad organization, which is also an organization that I'm very active with. And she is a lawyer by profession. She's also a educator by profession, but she's also a woman of wisdom, a woman with a loud voice, a woman not afraid to say what it is and who it is. And Elizabeth, it has been a joy having you on the Queen Mother Speak show with the Talila report. Oh, yes. So she is a regular with the segment on the Queen Mother Speak show. And this is my moment to acknowledge all those who've been a part of me with this show. I also want to thank my people who work behind the scene. There's been several of them. There's been Izzy. There's been, Roberta. There's been Maurice. I'm just trying to think of some of the other names of those who've come along to work with us behind the scenes in order for this show to be produced and be on the air the way it is. I thank each and every one of those interns who came in to work with Queen Mother. We wish you well in all of your future endeavors, and we wish you well in getting a job and having money to pay for yourself and do the things in life that you choose that are important. Okay? So I want to thank those. The other people I want to thank are the technicians along the way. I don't even know all of their names, but when stuff happens, you reach for somebody to help you. And that's what we have done. And Spirit always provides a way. We always, thank God, get people who, for one reason or the other, will choose. Oh, Nympha. Let me say hello to Nympha. She's in the chat room right now. Okay, and let me just put her on the screen. Nympha is a young lady who's worked behind the scenes with Queen Mother Speaks. I think for maybe 3 or 4 months or so. She's been busy lately. We hope she will rejoin us, but if she does not, we hope that whatever she joins, it's a good thing, and that it's also a very, very sweet thing. So thank you, Nympha. Thank you very much. I want to say hello to George, and also hello to Daniel, who are students who moved on in life and done other things, and some of them relocated to other cities or other countries. And when they do come back to Kenya, they always get in touch with me. So I want to give a shout out to George and a shout out to Daniel. You know, Daniel has a reputation of being my boyfriend. Yes, and me his godmother. So I'll let you meet him. I'll bring him on for you to meet one day. But I also thank those fellows. Queen Mother also want to thank all of the guests who've shown up over last year as well as this year to be a part of the Queen Mother Speak Show. And you know, when we say to you that what we are about is having conversations that matter, that means we talk about other things other than just expatriating to Africa. So I didn't know what the soul of the Queen Mother Speak show would be, but now I kind of know. And I kind of know that because we have the Talila report. I also want to give thanks to Youth in Africa. That is an organization of 54 countries where they keep up with what youth in Africa are doing. And we bring them on 4 to 5 times a season as well. Last but not least, let me speak to the Art of Living Institute. Living here in Kenya, you go to various workshops and events, and I met a wonderful woman from the Indian community, and we became friends. And she began to share with me about her breath work and what it does for her life. And I said, well, I want some of that. I'd like to have breath work. And so she introduced me to breathing. And I've attended several breathing workshops, and I still do, because you can't stop breathing. Breathing is life. But the more you breathe and learn how to control your breathing, there's various things that the breathing will do in your body. In fact, I want you to know that the Art of Living Institute have worked with people who do have who've been sick with COVID. They work with people who are stressed, teaching them how to breathe and get their life back. So I'm grateful for the youth in Africa. That organization is headed up by a fabulous young woman by the name of Sarah Munyi, Ambassador Sarah Munyi. And I want to thank you, Sarah, for being a part of the Queen Mother Speak show through the Youth in Africa segment. Thank you again, thank you again, thank you again. What else do I want to tell you about today? So I'm just sharing with you what's been going on with the Queen Mother Speak show. So here we are at this moment, year 2, sailing into year 3. We do have some new things on the horizon for you. One of the things that I would like to share with you, okay, is what happened last year during the Queen Mother Speaks anniversary month. Let me see if I can find that and share that with you. One moment here. Okay, we're looking for it. Hopefully it will come up. All right, I think I found it for you. Let's see if I can share this video. Okay, I've got a video for you. And let's see, I think I have to screen share. I'm going to do that. See, part of doing this is a thing called technology. I've gotten a lot better in technology, but what I found out is that technology itself comes and goes, and that I really have no control over it. So once I found that out for myself, I was a lot more relaxed as a human being. Let's see if we can share with you this video. Hold on. I hope you can see this. I don't know that you can, but I hope you can. I wish somebody would let me know whether or not you're able to hear this. Mm. Okay. So I'm hoping that you're still there. And what we did just now, we just did a screen share with you, and we shared about what was happening on last year with our first anniversary. Those were some of the people who came out to cheer us on for year two. And each of them, one of the things they've said is they're looking forward to what we'll be doing in year two. Well, we're now at the end of year two. And I just want to take a moment and speak a bit about some of the things that did take place during as we went into the year two. One of the things that I am personally involved with is the Democrats abroad. I am for Democrats. I am actively involved with Democrats abroad in Kenya, as well as Democrats abroad throughout Africa to the Democrats Abroad's Africa Committee. And what I want to speak with you about today is I'm telling you, I am not happy when I read the American news or I'm watching the news. We all know that we just came through the Wade versus Roe, which was overturned in America. I've been receiving so many phone calls from people saying, why, why, why did this happen? Why do they feel that they should be in control of a woman's body instead of that woman being in control of her own body? And so when I asked the questions, why was this overturned? How on earth and heaven did that happen? That was my question. And one of the things that I was told as to why it was able to pass is that many of the people on the Supreme Court are Catholic by faith, and within their faith, they do not believe in abortion. Okay. However, however, the fact that they don't believe in abortion, they decided to just overturn it. So for whatever
So
reason,
for
the
whatever
Ray
reason, the rate
versus Roe
row
was overturned.
was overturned.
This is one of our
This is one
guests.
of our
This is Claire. And Claire, I'm going to ask you to put your phone on mute so that we don't get that. Yeah, so that we don't get what we were getting. Yeah, so that we don't get that echo, if you will. Okay, we want to not get that echo. Thank you for coming in. Perhaps you'll get to come back in. It is not raining in Kenya. So what I'm told through my internet carrier is that they had some, what did they call them? Wires, fiber, that they had some fiber wires that had been cut. And as a result, it's knocked out a lot of internet on this side of the world. And not over the whole country, only in specific areas. And I just happen to be in one of those areas that are affected by the fiber being cut. So please forgive all the razzmatazz. Please forgive the freezing of the screen. Please forgive the sound going out. All of these types of things have been happening. But there's one good thing to know, and that is that we are not in control of that. I'm not, and on your end, you're not. So getting angry with the computer or mad won't get the job done. Won't get the job done. So I would like to ask you is when you're dealing with situations that are not necessarily working the way you want them to be, stay calm. Stay calm and stay in the process. Okay? Stay calm, stay in the process, let it pass. All right, and then do that which you can and can't do. But back to talking about the Democrats abroad. What I want to say to you about that is this: wake up, stand up for your rights. Wake up, stand up, don't give up the fight. And the fight that I'm talking about is the fight for democracy, because truly democracy is under attack. at this particular season of our lives. Democracy is definitely under attack. So the only thing that not the only thing, the most important thing that we can all do is to vote. Is to vote. So I'm going to ask you, all right? I'm going to ask you to make sure that you get yourself registered in your state, get your ballots. They can come to you. The good thing about it is they can come online, all right? And they can send it to you in the mail. But when you get your ballot, fill it out and send it back in. Send it back in because the votes is what's going to make a difference. In fact, the 2020 votes from abroad were the margin of victory for President Biden. Yes, it was. So we've got our work cut out for us in 2022. So I want you to wake up, get up, and receive your ballots. How you can do that is go to www.votefromabroad.org, www.votefromabroad.org. There's no limit to what we can do when we come together. So I'm going to invite you again to stand up. Okay, stand up and get your ballots in for the November midterm elections. We are once again in Queen Mother Speaks Season 8 with the theme, if not you, who? And if not now, when? That is our new theme. The time is now. The time is now. And it's time for us to stop sitting back, holding back, and waiting. It's time for us to do something. And the way we do something is you think about what are the things that you think are holding you up right now? What could they be? What are they? The things that you see as holding you up in your life right now. Those are the things for you to look at and decide, if not you or me, who? And if not now, when? We have to become active. We must become active. We have no choice but to be active with all that is going on if we don't want to lose a lot of the gains that we've made. We must stand up and fight. And voting is the action that you take for voting is the action that you take for making a difference in America with what happens with rules, laws, policies, and procedures on various things. We make the difference. If you don't do it, who's going to do it? So I want to invite you to please become involved in your city, in your state, and get yourself properly registered to vote. Now, as we are in the Queen Mother Speaks anniversary month, I have 3 anniversary requests. Just three anniversary requests. Request number 1 is please share, comment, and like the Queen Mother Speaks show. Share, comment, and like the Queen Mother Speaks show. All right? If you want to see something different or you want to see something more, let us know. queenmotherspeaks@gmail.com. Let us know. That is my first anniversary request to you, is for share, comment, and like. My second request is I want you to donate to the fundraiser. What we're doing for year 2. Year 2 is the fundraiser that we're becoming involved with, and the fundraiser is with the AHADI, AHADI, AHADI pads, AHADI pads, PADS. Now, AHADI pads, would you believe this, are reusable pads. I know. When I first heard it, I was like, oh my God, what do you mean reusable? Who would ever want to do something like that? Well, the people who want to do something like that are people who can't afford to buy pads every month. Some people just don't got it like that. In fact, a lot of people don't got it like that, and a lot of people in Africa. So what Queen Mother Speaks is doing for its anniversary is we are making distributions of those reusable sanitary pads in 3 villages. We're going after 3 villages to donate the pads to. In order for us to do that, we need your help. Well, how do we need your help? We need your help by purchasing some of these sanitary pads. We need your help. We need your help. We want your help, and we kindly ask you to become a part of it. And the way you do that is by making your donation. You've got 2 ways to do it. You can do it through PayPal. You can do it through PayPal. You can do it through PayPal. All you do is go into PayPal and put in my email address, which is dashaking@gmail.com. dashanaba.king@gmail.com. Well, the email is actually dashaking@gmail.com. Just go to your PayPal account, put in my name, my email address, dashaking@gmail.com. Once you do that, it will bring you to the site and you can make your donations for the pads. The amount we're asking for is $10 US, $10 US or 10 Kenya shillings, 10 Kenya shillings or 10 US dollars. The word is 10, 10, 10, 10. We made up a flyer that said 8 US dollars, but we forgot to include the panties. You see, what we're giving to the young girls between the ages of 12 and 18 in these villages, we're giving them a pouch like this, AHADI. AHADI is the name of the pads. And what happens when we give them this is I want to show you what's on the inside. Just one moment. Okay, let's show you what's on the inside here. Okay, let's go to, oh, we got a lot of comments. Hello to all of the wonderful people in the comment area. Hello, Jennifer. Thank you. And Jennifer says that there's a pad shortage in America as well. Okay, so it's not only in Kenya. Yeah, how you use PayPal is you go to PayPal and you put in my email address, dashaking@gmail.com, and follow the instructions. So inside of this AHADI, it's a little pouch, very nicely made, okay? And inside here, we have 4. We have 4 of these pads. This is what's inside of the pouch. This is what's inside of the pouch, okay? And it is a sanitary napkin. Okay, so inside of this little kit, this little pouch, there's 4 of these reusable pads. So what happens is once you use it, you get to wash it and reuse it. And I'm told that these 4 are good for up to at least a year. These four pads in the pouch, they're good for up to a whole year, okay? Oh, can you imagine? A whole year. And with the pads, we're also giving 2 pairs of panties. 2 pairs of panties. So we're talking 3 villages, and we're talking young girls between the ages of 12 and 18 who we will be distributing these 2 and 3 villages. But the only way we can do that, of course, is with your help. And we do need your help. Okay, please, we do need your help to make this happen. I can tell you that one of the reasons why a project like this is so important is because every month when women have their cycles, and if you don't have anything to work with, you can't go to school. Can't go to school. And if you miss too many days in school, what happens? You get kicked out. So the fact that young women do not have pads They have to stay home during this period. And as a result, they lose a lot of days in school. And then they don't get to be promoted to the next grade, or they get to drop out, which is a thing that we call school leavers. And we do know that the pads make a difference for the girls having them. They're able to, we already have statistics on the fact of what happens when they're able to have these. Okay, the AHADI pads makes a huge difference. All right. Um, what else do I want to say to you? Well, we've got a lot of comments over here. Let me just share some of them with you. Okay. And did I tell you it's 10 US dollars and also 10 Kenya shillings each way? Each way. It can work just like that, right? Yes, it can. Again, I notice here that my guests are trying to get in the studio, but for whatever reason, it is not coming through. But that's all right. That's all right, because I'm having a chance to be with you in another kind of way at the very beginning of the Queen Mother Speak Show. So I told you that I had 3 requests. The first request was for you to share, comment, and like. The second request was for you to donate the $10 so we can distribute the pads. Oh, the second way is through a thing called M-Pesa, and I'll put our M-Pesa number into. Let me put this into the section right now. The M-Pesa number to donate for the reuse pads. Okay, I'm going to give it like this. I have to give it with the, there you go. One moment. I'm just typing it in for you, and I'm going to send it to you right now. It's going to be in the chat room. This is the M-Pesa number that you can use. Okay, I'm going to show it on the screen. 254-796-509-965 plus 254-796-509-965 is the number for you to make your M-Pesa donations of 10 Kenya shillings. And when you go into the PayPal format, again, you type in dashaking@gmail.com. And I think somebody, I think I saw this here. I've got a question here. Yes, we do distribute the pads outside of Kenya. They can be shipped anywhere in the world for that matter. And we intend to do that. Hello to you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for tuning in to the Queen Mother Speak Show. As you can see, we're still having some problems with the internet, but that's okay. We're getting the message across, and we'll bring those people back when we can. Okay, here is the email address. Okay, dashaking@gmail.com. dashaking@gmail.com. Okay. In terms of having a network to distribute internationally, that's why I invited the business owner to be on the show today to talk with you about that. So I do not know the answer to the questions as to if we have a network to distribute internationally. We'll have to find out from the owners of the AHADI pad, and that's who one of our guests was, BETHSHEBA, to talk to you about it, and you can ask her as many questions as you like, okay, about it. Let's see, I'm just taking another little run through the I'm grateful for all of the messages that I see here. Okay, here's another comment for you in reference to the pad. They say we have modified it in the UAE, which are very popular, especially with people of determination. Okay, are the ones that they have with these pads that you're having in the UAE, are they disposable or reusable? It does make a difference. Okay, it does make a difference. What else I'd like to share with you before we go off today? I want to say Queen Mother Speak Show will continue every Wednesday, every week, live at 5 p.m. Kenya time. And we're going to be also mentioning EAT. No, EAT is Kenya time. Let's see, Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time, Queen Mother Speaks come on at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. East Africa time, 5 p.m. So make sure that you get your timing right for you to watch the show because we are in different time zones. On next week, the Queen Mother Speaks show for July 13th, for our anniversary show, we'll be having salutes from Pramila and find out who she is and what she does. Also from Bernard. Bernard is an aspirant. Right now, when we say aspirant, he is a man running as a candidate for office. And he's going to tell you a little bit about that. We'll also have a woman on the show sharing her aspirations for running for office in Kenya as well. And yes, of course, the Sankofa elders will be back. They will be returning with us on next week. We'd like to give thanks to the Wilborn Sister Designs for our Wakanda crowns. I haven't worn them for a couple of months, but I will be wearing the Wakanda crowns during the Queen Mother Speaks anniversary for sure. Okay. We want to give credit to the jewelry that we wear from the village of Achiavi in Ghana, Hillside International Chapel and Truth Center for the inspirational words we had today. We'd like to thank the Payapa Art Center for our poster, our beginning poster that we use advertising the Queen Mother Speaks show. I think our artist created that poster and we've been using it as a backdrop. And it's very beautiful. We'll bring it back up sometime this month during the actual anniversary. I also want to say thank you and give credits to, of course, our co-host Nana Efua Adezawa, Miss Teresa Kemp, the Talila Report with Elizabeth Myers, Sankofa Elders with Professor Al Gaskins and Dr. Willie Butler. I would also like to thank who we had in the studio on last week. We had Baba, we had Councilman Farrell out of Los Angeles, and of course, you too were here. So we thank you for being a part of the Queen Mother Speak show as well. We do understand the importance of celebrations and taking a moment to reflect. So because the guests did not appear in the show today, it gave me the opportunity to reflect with you for the show for today. And I like that. I'm very happy about that. There is one more announcement I'd like to make with you. There is a young lady by the name of Mia. And Mia is working with a village in Uganda to build a school block. Okay. She's working with that community in getting the school block in. And she's asking for donations with what they are doing. Oh, here we go. We're getting another message that in the UAE, United Arab Emirates, they are called Modi Bodi and they are reusable. Okay, so we'll check with them on the pads that they have as well. Okay. All right, let me just finish with our credits and we'll be ending the show today on time. Okay, we will be ending it today on time. I want to thank you for all of you who've put such great comments in the chat box today. I want to say that in my heart is full because I recognize that I've been blessed to be here and do this for this period of time. And so today my heart is just full, all right? And I didn't feel like I would have to do a lot of talking because I thought the guest would be the one to be talking on the show, but they didn't make it to the show, but I did. And as I have made it to the show, I've had a chance to be with you and talk with you right now for a good hour. Would you believe that? Yes, it's been an hour. Queen Mother's going to ask you again to give us shout outs. Give us more shout outs for 2 years of doing it and say something to us. We want to hear what you've got to say to us. So please say something to us, if you will. In the chat, you can go to facebook.com/Queen Mother Speaks and you can watch any of the previous episodes. But during the anniversary month, we will be playing some of the previous, well, some clips, I shall say, from some of the previous shows. And we'll be bringing on new guests as well. Once again, as we're signing out, I want to remind you to please make sure that you go to www.votefromabroad.org and get your ballots in for this upcoming mid-November election. Very, 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 very important that you do that. All right, well, it's about time for us to end the show today, and we're going to end it the way we always do. We always end it with love. Because one of the things I've found, no matter where I go, people want love. People need love. And love is what we need. And that's why Queen Mother Speaks to those of you in other countries, across the waters, we send out this love. And the way we do that is we throw out a kiss with our left hand. We throw out a kiss with our right hand. And then we throw out a kiss with both hands. Just for you. This is Queen Mother Speaks. Thank you for tuning in. We look to see you again on next week, every Wednesday, live at 5 East Africa time. Be sure to find the time in your time zone. Happy second anniversary. Give me a shout out. I'm going to be looking to see what you're doing. Yeah, and you can also talk to us during the week. Yes, we like to respond to your questions and your comments during the week. This is Queen Mother Speaks. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Thank you.